Okay, thank you for allowing me to do this. I had to look over it all, and I found a lot of interesting. I have a lot of interesting things I came across that should help you out. So let me show you here. So here's my list, and I'll send you this. So you don't need to take notes unless you want to. The first thing that's really a big problem, and performance is a huge ranking signal, is performance. According to GT Metric, your site takes 17 seconds to load, which is completely it's unacceptable. You need to get it under 7, preferably under 5, but at least under 7 would be like considered maybe mediocre. Now, if you go to your site, it doesn't take that long to load. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it was 9 seconds, which is still too slow. It's that initial load. You see how it circles and circles here before it loads. So that's not good. So you're having performance issues, even though it's probably not 17 seconds, but there could be stuff loading in the back end. So if you go to web page test, it says it took 6 seconds, which is better, but here's your problem. So in this waterfall chart, well, first let's go here. So don't pay attention to these scores as much. I can tell you why if you want, just let me know. But you have way too many requests. Those are all going to external. These are external requests that are going to ads and stuff like that. That's going to kill you in the search results. Your web page size is good, but you have way too many external requests. You need to optimize your images. You're not doing, let me see. Okay, you're doing caching. You have a ton of redirects on your homepage, which will kill you, and you have probably more than I've ever seen on a homepage, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like you're minifying your JavaScript, which would speed things up. Or your CSS. I don't think you're minifying anything. Yeah, you're not minifying anything. Let's see what's over here. Okay, yeah, I don't think you have caching. Do you have? Yeah, so there are some things here that caching isn't set up for that needs to be configured, so you need to look into that. I don't think you have compression enabled. Maybe you do, I'm not sure. You need to look into using a free CDN like Rocket Flare or something like that. And sometimes that helps, sometimes it actually slows the site down. So this is the last thing I would do, is the CDN piece of it. Okay, yeah, you're getting dinged for not compressing components, but these are external resources, right? You can't compress external resources. So that's a good example of why these scores don't really matter. What you want to pay attention to is load time. All the tests I've run, your website's coming in between 6 and 19 seconds. So that's not good. You'd like to get it in between like 3 and 8 seconds. That's more reasonable. Now here's why. So you have way too much stuff loading on your webpage. This is called a waterfall chart. These are all the things loading on your web page here. So you can see this is some CSS. It takes 0.1 seconds to load, 100 milliseconds, so that's really good. You want these lines to be real short and small like this. So if you zoom in, you see how it's light. Let me go to another one up here. See how it's light, then dark, then light, then dark. Light means it's waiting. You don't want a lot of waiting. You want this loading, and yours does it really good. Now here's where your problem comes in. This is a 404. This piece of JavaScript doesn't exist, so it's taking 2 seconds almost to time out, which is slowing down your website. Then you have all of these redirects. So all this is pretty good. You just have way too much stuff. But look down here, all these yellow redirects. Double click, all this advertisement stuff that's killing you. You can't have this many ads on a website. Google takes this stuff into account because now this isn't like it was 10 years ago. It's all about user experience. If a website is flooded with advertisements, it's going to get ranked down lower. I wouldn't have more than 2 to 3 on a page, and I think you have like 5, but look at this. So like most websites I work with might have 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 redirects on them. You have 1, 2, 3, about 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I mean, it looks to be about 200 redirects. So, I mean, that's, again, this is the most redirects by far I've ever seen on a homepage. So that's something that you need to definitely get into, because that ruins the user experience, right? That's just not good. So let's keep going. Those are the significant problems. Oh, then looks like you acquired a lot of spammy backlinks. So if you go to Ahrefs and you look at some of your backlinks, and you got them all real quickly here too. Look, boom, right in January. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. So starting in April, you started acquiring these backlinks pretty quickly, and that might be natural, but I don't think it's a coincidence. Right in December is when your rank started dropping. right? So it'd be a heck of a coincidence if right here in December, after all these backlinks ramped up, the algorithm got a hold of right here and started crunching it and then said, okay, these are fake, and started trending you back down. So I bet that has a lot to do with it. So if you go to your backlink profile, and it's terrible because you have a lot of really good content. So I think if you could get rid of a lot of this stuff, your website would be really good. It is a really cool website. Like, now I don't, some of this is legitimate, like an Ubuntu support forum. That's probably good. I don't know what, well, here's a couple that I came across. Like, okay, this is somebody searching on GMX, so that might be legitimate. But like this, Cap'n Bucket, whatever this, oh, this Wix site. Looks like you created this with all these keywords here, hoping to rank for it, which is not good. You can't really beat the system anymore. It's, I mean, so easy to detect these things algorithmically. Oh, the showtodaytv.com, this kind of looks spammy. I don't know what that is. Maybe not, but it looks spammy to me. What is this Video Slim Trader? Okay, that doesn't, so I don't even know what that is. Let's see what this Play to Mic. It's real slow. Let's go to another one. Another Show Today TV one. What is this? Mag 23 Bonnet Mag. This might be legitimate. I don't know where a link to your website is on here, though. We could investigate that, but okay, this might be legitimate too. But you know if you bought backlinks or not. If you do, you just want to go and disavow those for sure. Those can be a significant problem. You just go into Google Search Console and disavow those. I just don't think it's a coincidence you got that many backlinks that quickly, and then you started ranking lower. So that's big. And then you just have way too many ads on your website. I mean, Google understands all this stuff. So whoops. Let me go back. Okay, and see how long it takes this ad to load here. That's probably why it's not finishing in 19 seconds. It takes a long time to bring these external resources in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this covers up part of the screen, which is a huge deal too. And it also covers up your GD, what's it called? GDMA? I can't even remember your cookie acknowledgement. That's not good. So Google can detect all these things if things are covering parts of the screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There was another one over here somewhere too. Maybe not on this page. Now 5, the one I closed. So earlier, I think I counted 6. But in any case, you can't have this many advertisements inspect a rank high. It just ruins the user experience. I would maybe have 2 or 3. 3 tops. 2 is a pretty good amount. And that's going to also speed up your page loading time, because look at all this craziness that's loading. All this stuff is all ad stuff, so it's totally slowing. So not only is it loading all of these external ad resources, they're all, so you're getting dinged because it's slow, you're getting dinged because there's too many, you're getting dinged because it's taking a long time to load, and you're getting dinged because they're redirects. So that's just so many things you could clear up with getting rid of a lot of those ads. Yeah, you have over 300 external requests. Yeah, so you have over 300 external requests. Under 100 is pretty average. So you have about 200% more than the average website. Okay, redirects. You have broken links on your homepage, so you just have that one. This one. But it's a broken link. If all things are the same and your web page ranks the exact same at the exact same ranking as another web page, and you have a broken link on your homepage and another web page doesn't, Google's going to rank you lower. And there's no telling what this JavaScript code is supposed to be displaying that it's not. So, okay, then if you go to Screaming Frog, your page titles are very strange. All of your content has the same page title. Now you have 2 titles, which maybe that's, I don't understand that. So for example, if you open this one, honestly, I didn't even know you could have page two page titles, but I guess you can. But if you go to View Page Source, see how slow it is? So it's definitely slow. Title, you go down to where it starts. Look, see, title, boom. And then here, there's a second title. So to me, that's very strange. So that could be confusing things. I don't think that's your primary problem, but it's definitely not something that's good. Let's see what shows up here. And you definitely don't want to index all these tags, categories, all this stuff. Because see how it's cluttering up your, it's called what's called index bloat. You want to go into Yoast and not, I think you can do that in Yoast. And look at all this is categories and tags and tags. I don't even see the results from your the content from your website, the good stuff. Okay, so this one, let's see what the title is on this one. See how it takes a while to load? See this, look, it's going on 4 seconds. This is a blog that I run, watch this. And I'm not saying my blog's good, it's definitely ugly, but it's just something I test stuff on. So watch, see how quick it goes? That's what your website needs to do. So let's go here. So let's see what the title is on this. Title. Okay, look, title, and then you have title. So I don't know why you have that. That's very strange. It might just be an oversight, so that's something you want to check out as well. I would just get rid of that first one. So that's that. Okay, yeah, your entire site, not just on your homepage, but your entire site has all kinds of redirects all over it. Look at this. So you have over 1,000 redirects. So on this page, this is redirecting to, so internet access. So I'd have to dig into it, but that PNG is redirecting. I don't know why it's doing that. So you just have so many redirects, and that's the internal redirects are the big problem. Let me export this. Let's do this. Okay, so those are okay, ignore this. I didn't mean to do that. Let me delete this. Okay, so we're going to do the redirects, and we'll sort them by domain. You definitely want to focus on internal redirects first. That'll kill you in the rankings. So that's that. You have some broken links as well. That's not good. Let's do this. Boom. And you have also no response, which is essentially a broken link. Oh, didn't show up that time. It did yesterday. I'm going to give you all your this is all your links. I'll go ahead and give you this. And your images, they need to be generally under 100. I think you're actually doing a pretty good job. Yeah, so your images are good. I generally try to get them under 100K, and the overwhelming majority of yours are, so that's really, really good. You might just want to go knock these few out here. I'll just not a huge deal at all for that. Let's keep going. Oh, you haven't submitted a sitemap in Google, Google Search Console. You need to do that so you can give Google a roadmap of what your site's about. Broken links. Your copyright date's 2019. I mean, very minor here. It's just something that I noticed. This is more of a heads up, right? It's not like it's gonna get you down. Your bottom ad covers part of the page. We went over that. Some meta descriptions are too long. Again, not a huge deal because Google will just truncate it. But if you look here, you want your meta descriptions, even though Google can display them at like 300 characters nowadays. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I like to get them under about 150. So you do have a lot here. See, 435, blah, blah, blah. So you do have a lot that are, in my opinion, too long. But as long as the truncated meta description describes the content well enough, it's no big deal. Just something to be aware of. Again, this isn't probably a huge issue in itself, but something I just came across that I wanted to point it out. Okay, so a lot of your content doesn't have meta descriptions, like product reviews category. I would have that even though it's not necessary, but 2 pieces of actually real content. Okay, that's a category, but this one, how to boost your Wi-Fi using Rockspace, blah, 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 that doesn't have a meta description, and this one down here. But I like to have meta descriptions for even stuff like About Us and Contact Us. I mean, if you don't have it, Google is going to determine what to put there, but you don't want to allow Google to determine what to put there. It's more of an SEO thing than Google's pretty much said, because if you don't have a meta description, it's not going to rank your result lower. How it's going to affect you in the search rankings is if it doesn't describe the result good enough, people aren't going to click on it. If people don't click on it, it's not going to rank you higher in the search rankings. If people do click on it and like it and read it, that's going to push you higher in the Google search result rankings for other things. So it's kind of an indirect way to get higher in the Google search results. Went over this. Oh, I actually did this morning. Ahrefs is back up. Okay. Oh, then the alt image names. I mean, a lot of the images, you want them to have relevant file names and alt tags. You're not using alt tags for a lot of them, but like Miss Thumb 300, this should say like, let me just see what this is. Let's see what this image is. So it's a very low quality screenshot. I can't even read it. But what I would do, then for the name of this image, for the file name, I would, whatever this error is, I can't read it, put that as the file name. And the reason why is if somebody well, let me just show you this. So if you search for back of the dollar bill, and you do this, and you click on this, and you go here, you go to my website. Now, why? Why is that? Probably because the title has back of the dollar bill in it. Probably because the alt tag has back of the dollar bill in it. Probably because the file name has back of the dollar bill in it. And probably because back of the dollar bill is mentioned up here towards the top. So that's my thought process behind that. So you just want your file names to be more descriptive. It's not what hurts you, but it's going to help you going forward. So that's just another thing. It's like this, Google doesn't know what this is. I mean, it knows, Flash 17 300 by 12 could mean all kinds of stuff. And I also would use JPGs. They tend to be a lot more efficient than PNGs. I wouldn't go back and mess with it since these images are so small, but going forward, use JPGs, and then just don't use PNGs anymore. They're just way too big. Unless there's a transparent PNG. That's the only reason I would use it. You aren't using structured data, which is a whole other topic, but that's something you want to look at. So it's schema.org. And Open Graph, actually, it is. I just saw it when I was looking around. It looks like you have Open Graph. So that's it. I hope this helped. Feel free to ask me questions, and have a good day. See ya.